So what's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Dalek JD and welcome to my Shadows of Evil Easter egg guide, where I'm going to show you how to complete the entire Easter egg from start to finish with very easy to understand steps throughout. Now, I've been making Easter egg guides for years now and I've always had incredible support on them, so if this guide does help you out, then feel free to smash that like button and let me know if it helped. And feel free also to drop your gamer tags and IDs in the comment section so others can find people to do this Easter egg with, and subscribe for more awesome Easter egg guides like this one. Now, in order to fully complete this Easter egg, you're going to need 4 players in the game. So the first step upon spawning into the game is to complete each character's ritual table, which will open the Pack-a-Punch machine. I have a very detailed tutorial for this on my channel, but I'll quickly explain again here how to do this. So in the spawn room, there is a breakable box on a truck which can be meleeed in beast mode to reveal the summoning key. This is used throughout the entire Easter egg and is vital for each ritual. Now, in the square past the spawn door, enter beast mode and shock the electrical box on the crane, and then grapple up to the staircase where the Shadow Man stands on at the start of the game and run through Nero's lair towards an electrical box. Once out of beast mode, pick up the fountain pen in the square and kill the 2 gatekeepers. You are now ready to complete your first ritual. Now, it's easier and quicker if all 4 players go to each ritual and stay in the room. Now, if you go up to the table to place the item and the summoning key, the ritual will begin, and this takes place in the spawn room by going up the staircase leading towards Nero's lair. Now, walk around the room avoiding the gatekeepers, but knife them if necessary until the ritual is complete. And you know it's complete because you'll notice a gate worm appearing on the ritual table, which 1 player will need to pick up. Now, we need to repeat this process for each character's ritual room. So for the boxer, you need to enter beast mode in the waterfront district by the mystery box location, grapple up to the high platform and melee this box, and then go down to the docks at the waterfront and melee the door to unlock the boxing gym. Now, once in human form, picking up the boxer's belt will spawn 2 more gatekeepers. Afterwards, this belt now needs to be placed in the boxing gym along with the summoning key to start the next ritual. Again, if all 4 players are in the ritual rooms, it allows the ritual process to finish way quicker. Now, the next one I'll show you is the cops, which takes place in the canal district. So in beast mode, face the ruby rabbit by the crafting table and you should be able to grapple up to the balcony on top and inside. Make your way down the stairs to the bottom floor and you'll see a shockable electric box. Shock that and make your way down to the bottom level of the canals, where there'll be an electric box and a small void that you need to shock, and then run along until you see a small box in the wall that needs to be meleeed in beast mode. Now, the same process as last time needs to happen, where the cop's item in the canals needs to be picked up, taken to the ruby rabbit and completing the ritual in that room. Now, the final ritual takes place in the burlesque in the footlight district. Have a player come to the footlight district and enter beast mode. Now, they want to face the burlesque and they should notice a grapple on the very top. Grapple up there and turn around to see a shockable box. Shock that and then look to the left and a grapple will then indicated. Follow the stairs down until you notice a little ledge. Now, you want to jump off this ledge and melee this box. Now, once back in human form, this reveals the last part needed to be placed on the ritual table in the burlesque. After completing all the rituals, each player should now possess a gate worm in their inventory. Now, in beast mode, there are 3 locations around the map which reveal a rift tear. There's one in the canals near the cops item, one in the footlight where the femme fatale's item dropped, and one in the waterfront district where the boxer's item dropped. In beast mode, melee any of these doors to reveal the rift teleporter. Now, once back in human form, go through to this teleporter and you'll be transported to a secret area where 5 gatekeepers will appear. After killing them, walk over to the side of the room where you'll notice 5 yellow lit symbols on a wall, which will crumble quickly after, revealing a secret room. There are 4 spots in this room where each player's gate worm can be placed, forming new parts of the room, including walls on the other side to wall run over to the other side. Once all the worms have been placed, the Shadow Man will appear.
Your service to the overlords is appreciated. Our complete assimilation of this dimension will now proceed.
Now, once this has happened, the sky will change colour and a mysterious creature can be seen engulfing the entire skyline. our next objective is to obtain a sword, which takes place in the rift area. Now, in order to get to the sword, you need to complete a simple puzzle which is on a wall, which has 9 cuneiform shapes where a sequence of 3 is correct by shocking them in beast mode. Now, these symbols appear in the map, which require you to ride the train in order to see. In order to find these, we're going to need to go to the waterfront district and take the train. You want to take the train to the Footlight district and look out of the windows on the side of the train where the bootlegger can be bought, and look very carefully. Certain buildings will have windows open showing the symbols from the wall, and these are the symbols that we'll need to work with the puzzle. Now you'll see 2 symbols before the train arrives in the Footlight district. Wait for the train to cool down and take it to the canals and look out of the opposite window this time, and you should see the 3rd symbol in a window. Once you've seen all 3 of these symbols, and I've noted them down, if you've not already, try the wall puzzle, go into the rift and try it, or wait until the next round. Now on screen here, I'll freeze an image of the wall puzzle so you can have this up when you're trying this in game. The way I remember these symbols best is by numbering each symbol from 1 to 9, going from left to right. So when I'm on the train and I see a symbol, I write down the number it be going in from left to right. Now when you've shocked the 3 symbols, the wall should open now and reveal a shrine of 4 swords with an egg that you can pick up. Now you want to pick up this Apothicon egg from the shrine, and we can begin the next steps. So around the map, you may have noticed in beast mode, you can destroy some boxes that reveal octopus statues. These are actually going to house our Apothicon egg. There are 4 statues around the map that you need to open in beast mode, one by the canals, one by one of the changing perks in the waterfront district, one in the footlights near a gobblegum machine, and one in the rift area in front of the sword wall. Now the egg needs to be placed in each statue and to kill around about 10 to 12 zombies near it, so the souls of the zombies charge up the egg. Now the eggs are character specific, so you have to kill zombies in order for the souls to register to your own egg progress. Now I will say the waterfront statue location is without a doubt the hardest one due to the size of the room it's in, so be very careful when doing this step. Now you'll know when you've collected enough souls with a certain statue, as you will stop seeing souls fly towards the egg and you can pick the egg back up. Now once you've charged the egg in the 4 locations, you want to go back to the rift and go back up to the wall shrine, and you should be able to pick up the Apothicon sword. And once you've done this, our next objective is for each player to upgrade their sword, and this starts by going to the confession room that relates to your character. When you reach your confession table, you will notice a large ghostly spirit holding an egg called the Arc Ovum. This will begin our next quest. Around the map, you may have noticed large cuneiform circles emitting weird symbols when stood on. Now these are actually where we're going to place our new egg. Now I recommend doing this at the end of every round, as it will be near impossible to do during a round. Now there are 4 circles in total that we'll need to go to with each player. So one in the canals in front of a buildables bench, one in front of the spawn door near where the magician's pen drops, one in front of the boxer's confession room, and one in front of the burlesque. Now for co-op, like I mentioned, every player will need to charge up their own egg in these 4 circles. So placing the egg on your first circle will spawn a Margwa, which you will need to defeat. These circles can only be done once per round, so after the first Margwa encounter, you'll need to play another round before visiting another circle and placing your egg down. Now the second circle will spawn 2 Margwas next to each other. This will be tricky, but use a lot of the map's space to run these guys around so you can safely pop up your shots and kill them. When trying the third circle, 2 to 3 Margwas will appear, so take extra care when killing these. And finally, the last circle will spawn another 2 to 3 Margwas. Now this step is pretty brutal, but with the right setup, you should be able to do this at a low enough round to keep a zombie, complete a circle, then let everyone else in your game complete a circle, play the next round and complete that circle, and so on. So once you've finally gotten all 4 circles done and each player has got them all done, you can take your charged Arc Ovum egg back to the ghostly spirit in your character's confession room, and you'll be granted with the upgraded sword. Now once all 4 players have an upgraded sword, you can continue on to the next objective. Now in Nero's lair, there is a bookshelf containing some jars. One player needs to go and hold square or X on these jars in order for a book on the floor to levitate. Now this will cause a flag in the rift area to suddenly appear on the ground. For this next step, I highly recommend everyone has a shield, juggernog, speed cola, and enough points to buy the civil protector. Now picking up the flag causes an infinite spawn of meatballs and parasites coming towards you, so you need good firepower in order to survive this step. Now one player should go down to the rift to pick up the flag and run up to the square, where you'll notice lightning bolts coming from the ground. Now there are 2 lightning bolts in the square, 2 in the Footlight District, 2 in the Waterfront District and 2 in the Canal District. Now placing down the flag on top of one of these lightning spots causes the flag to start to charge up, but you must pay attention as the Shadow Man will start spawning during this, trying to summon a spell on the flag to fail your progress. Your team's job in this is to have a player in each viewpoint so all areas are covered, and to shoot the Shadow Man as soon as you spot him. Now Silver Protector is really useful during this step for taking out meatballs coming towards you, but the new Apothicon Servant Wonder Weapon works great too, and Lil Arnies are also very useful at keeping the meatballs away. Now once you've shot the Shadow Man in 4 different positions, the flag should make a ding noise. Have one player pick up the flag and a max ammo will appear. Now you want to run the flag to the next lightning spot in the same area you're in and repeat the process until the flag dings once again. Once it's been done, the flag runner needs to run to the nearest ritual room where the ghostly gatekeeper will suck in the energy from the charged flag. After completing that, the round will return to zombie spawns as usual, so this is best done at the end of a round. Now you need to repeat this process for the 2 lightning spots in the Footlight District, the Canal District and the Waterfront District, and this can only be done once per round, so this step should take 4 rounds in total to complete, which each area having the charged flag taken to each ritual room. Once this is complete, we can begin the second to last step, and this involves killing the Shadow Man. It sounds crazy, I know, but it's much easier than you think. At the end of the round that you're on, leave a few zombies left and have everyone enter the Pack-a-Punch room in the rift. You will notice all 4 gatekeepers are stood by each gateworm asleep ready to be activated. Now around 10 zombies or so will spawn in here, so have some teammates crawl at them with a ray gun or have one person run them around the ritual table. Once in this room you cannot leave until you've completed this step, so make sure you have some good weaponry. Now to advance, all 4 gatekeepers need to be activated by holding square or X on them. This will cause a surge of power to go towards the Shadow Man in the middle, breaking his bubble. Once this appears, you will have 3 players to be shooting him constantly as he disappears around the room, until he eventually starts to move backwards towards the ritual table, and in this step you need to keep shooting him until he's floating above the table, and have your 4th player who's running the zombies around the ritual table to hold square or X, and this will complete the step, where the ritual will cause the Shadow Man to disappear into the summoning key. Now if you fail this step, a Margwa will spawn, and it is advised to take this out as quickly as possible before retrying. If you've done this correctly, you'll notice a huge gateworm appear in front of the table before disappearing. You will now start to notice a weird purple gas start to go over your screen. This is an infection which has to be cleansed by running into a white wisp, which are dotted all over the map. Now this wave of gas on your screen occurs every 30 seconds, so make sure every time it happens to quickly run into a white wisp. You'll also notice weird purple symbols on the floor once you've managed to get out of the rift area, which will cause damage to you if ran on, so avoid these. At this point, Margwas will also start spawning in with purple heads rather than the usual orange ones. Now killing one Margwa will activate a purple fountain around the map, allowing you to enter beast mode. You will notice once entering beast mode that you now have infinite beast mode, and this will only deplete by taking damage from Margwas, running over purple symbols, or not cleansing yourself, but you can get back into beast mode again once it's depleted anyway. Now to complete this final step, 3 players need to be situated by each train station in the map. Inside each train station on the ceiling there will be a little power box which can be zapped in beast mode. The other remaining player needs to be in the square in front of the giant gateworm in beast mode, ready and waiting. Have one player call the train to any location whilst human, and then have them go into beast mode. The player by the square needs to call out when the train is about to squish the giant gateworm, and have the 3 players in each train station zap their corresponding power box like crazy. If done correctly, they should each notice the train track should change colour. Whilst this is happening, the remaining player in the square needs to zap all 3 of the gatekeepers, and if this is done correctly, you'll all be taken out of beast mode and given the ending cutscene.
I'm so sorry, I really don't have time to explain. I have a universe to set right. Thank you, and goodbye.
After that, you'll notice the 1000 XP and the message Apocalypse Averted, meaning you have successfully completed the Easter egg. Now this will unlock a Dark Ops challenge and give you a secret calling card to use on your identity in game. Now once the Easter egg is completed, all the current perks you have will become permanent and you will not lose them when down, and even once you're dead, you will respawn the next round with all the perks you currently had, and they will last until the end of the game. And that, my friends, is how you complete the Shadows of Evil Easter egg. If you guys found this guide useful, make sure to smash the hell out of that like button. I really do appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this and share this around with your friends. And hopefully I'll catch you on another one very soon.